Now here is another picture of Ashwapati descending into the most terrifying darknesses of the night. They descend. That is Canto 8 of Book 2, you see. The grey mask whispered, and though no sound was heard, yet in the ignorant heart a seed was sown that bore black fruit of suffering, death and bale. Out of the chill steps of black unknown, invisible, wearing the nice grey mask, arrived the shadowy, dreadful messenger. He sees, seeing them, you see, sometimes from night, you see, dreadful messenger. Invader from a dangerous world of power. They are coming from the dangerous world of power. Ambassadors of evil's absolute. He is seeing from the night all these people coming out here. In silence, the inaudible voices spoke. The inaudible, but there is the voice also speaking to him. Hands that none saw planted the fatal grain. Who has planted? Nobody sees that thing, but it's there, you see. No form was seen, yet a dark work was done. Who has planted this thing? Who has created this evil? You are not able to see him, but you see the effect. Yet a dark work was done. Yes, they are present there, you see. Who has done it? Nobody knows that thing. That hand is not seen at all, you see. An iron decree in crooked uncials written imposed a law of sin and adverse fate. Life looked at him. See, from the depths of that inconscient base, life is looking. She has fallen there. An ugly woman, terrible woman, horrifying woman, a corrupt woman, debauchee. She is there, and now she is looking at Savitri, at Ashwapati. But what Ashwapati said that, but this life was not like that. She was like that up there. How she has happened, that is what he is wondering at. He is trying to discover the cause or the fall of that life into this condition. Life looked at him with changed and somber eyes. Her beauty he saw, and his yearning heart in things that with a little happiness is content. Answering it a small ray of truth of love, he saw her gold sunlight and her far blue sky. She was like that, gold sunlight and far blue. Her green of leaves and the hue and scent of flowers, that was what life was, beautiful life was there. And the charm of children, and the love of friends, and the beauty of women, and kindly hearts of men. This is what life was there, a beauty. But saw too, yes, this is what she was there. But now what is seeing? What is seeing now? But saw too the dreadful power drive her womb. The powers of inconscience are now driving her womb. This is what is seeing now. But saw too the dreadful power that drive her womb. And the anguish she has strewn upon her way, fate waiting on the unseen steps of men. A nameless and unutterable fear, as a sea nears a victim bound and still. The approach, alarmed, his mind overcome of an implacable eternity, or pain inhuman and intolerable. Pain inhuman, intolerable, that is what he is experiencing there. How will it happen? This he must bear. Yes, the condition is like that. He must bear. His hope of heaven is staying. He must give up the hope of heaven. Now he is here, he must bear that thing. In a slow suffering time and tortured space and anguish nothingness, in endless state. He is suffering there, he is there. He has to accept that. So now, when Ashwapati is suffering there, it means that there is also in him the divine power which protects him there. Unless you experience that darkness, that night, how can you redeem night? So you have to suffer it, bear it, you see. Lapped was his body. This is a terrible description, you see. Lapped was his body like a tent, like a dog is lapping his body. Lapped was his body by a tenebrous tongue, dark tongue is lapping. Existence smothered, travail to survive. He is hoping for you. Hope, strange, perish, is empty. So belief and memory abolished, died. So there was no belief, there was no memory. There crawled through every tense and aching nerve a nameless and unutterable fear. This is what he is experiencing. Now when Ashwati is experiencing the thing, as I said, it is a very gripping kind of a picture when you see that thing. You see the darkness and that thing lapped towards his body with a tenebrous tongue. The tongue is lapping his body, sticking. But the most puzzling as well as assuring aspect of it is that in the face of this nameless and utterable fear, there is also the strengthening provided. Yes, there is a power which gives you strength. There is the safety by the very power of the word. The word, the description, what we have got here, that description itself gives you a kind of a protection, extending sublimity beyond Dante. Dante speaks of, we have something, what does he speak of? Dante speaks of God created hell in his mood of infinite love and justice. He is talking of inferno, and the picture of inferno is that he says that, look, yes, inferno is like that, but it is a creation by God himself. He has created hell in his mood of infinite love and justice. There is a purpose behind that kind of a thing. There is a love behind it. Therefore, he has created inferno also, you see, and justice also, you see. Now, Savitri's description is going beyond what Dante is speaking here. What Dante is justifying why inferno is there. But Savitri says, it protectively spreads peace over the suffering world, peace which nothing can mutilate, extending sublimity. He also took particular care that out of such a possibility shall emerge adventuring delights, multiplicity. Why he has created hell? He has created hell because out of this a new delight, a multiple delight can come into existence. That is the purpose behind that thing. Savitri may be said to be that kind of justification of the ways of God to man. Ways of God to man. Milton writes his Paradise Lost to justify the ways of God to man. But Savitri's justification is what? It is based not so much on the Miltonic orchestral symphony, the ways of God, what is the ways of God, but an calm power that upholds all creation. A calm power that upholds all creation. It is the power of creation in its silence, in its tranquility, which is upholding all these aspects of this creation. And because that calm is there, things are safe also. So Savitri is presenting you that kind of a calm. When Savitri is describing those details, it is covered, it is enveloped, it is embedded in the calm itself, in the tranquility itself. A calm power that upholds all creation. It is a word that has taken birth in the infinite bosom. So that is the word, that is the logo, that is the creation. The bosom of silence, bosom of silence. It is where from it that word is coming. Savitri's word is coming from the omniscient hush. The hush, the silence, which says everything. The terrible, as well as the felicitous, which sees everything. It is from that silence, that omniscience, that the word, a silent word, awake in some deep pause of waiting upon. Savitri's substratum is a divine, pervasive and delightful Shanta Rasa. It is based on this Rasa. Rasa is the essence of existence, the calm, Shanta Rasa, the essence of peace and quiet. So the whole Savitri actually is founded on Shanta Rasa, on peace and quiet. When Shiva is describing that infinite calm is always present there. It is in that infinite calm he is really writing Savitri. And when that infinite calm is there, it is giving you every aspect of the divine creation in its many ways. When the Shanta Rasa becomes the support, the Adhara, when you have got the Shanta Rasa, then the all creative, assertive dynamism, then arises the anthem of felicity, the hymn of joy, the ode of joy. This is what I got, the Ode of Joy. That is the national song of Europe, no? Ode of Joy, Beethoven. Ode of Joy. It comes out of that Shantarasa, the Ode of Joy. Arises from the aspiring soul, a movement of the gods ascending to blissful one, as Uddhavila says. Thus when Savitri sings such a hymn of delight, now Savitri, see the macabre description is there, now the description of joy, Savitri is presenting you the description of joy. Hymn of delight, in the colliery of darkness and death. She is singing this hymn of joy where? She is following death in the death's country. The spirit of Satyavan is there. Behind him is death. Behind them is Savitri. And they are moving in the country of death, in the darkness and death. In that country, Savitri is singing the Ode of Joy, the hymn of felicity. Savitri is singing in death's own country that hymn of joy. That is what we got. And inner triumph gets securely founded in the process of time. So what happens with that hymn?